Hi, welcome to the Cinq Pod,
where we navigate about life,
love,
work,
and everything in between. Welcome to our journey.
Season 2.
Yeah, and we started with a bang as the three of us. Today we're just Debs, Lorraine, and Ryan.
Yeah, as you can see.
As you can see, the start of our video journey as well. So hopefully it will be a great trajectory. We are moving on up. We get better and better.
Yep.
So maybe we'll start with how have you guys been over the break? What have you guys been up to? Anything interesting happen in your life? Anyone get married?
Hey, so guys, you guys. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, easy peasy.
What's new?
I resigned from work.
Woo!
Don't stay where you're being stressed, my friends. Life is beautiful. Life is amazing. But anyway, I resigned 2 months ago, actually. No, going to 2 months now. Yeah, so that is the beauty about life. It has its ups and downs. Can't complain. Life is good. So yeah, that's me basically.
Debs.
I turned a year older, I think.
Yeah.
That's maybe the most exciting thing that has happened the past couple of months. Because I think it's been like 2 months.
Yeah.
Or is it 3? Since season 1.
I think, yeah, last one aired in April, I think. Producer? Ooh.
People have their numbers wrong. Anyway, yeah, since that I think I just turned a year older.
Stop signing us from there behind you.
Yeah, it was in March actually because we want to come back in
May.
Yeah.
And we pushed it to June.
And now it's going to July. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, nimekuwa right. There's really nothing exciting aside from the fact that I've gotten. Oh yeah, I moved out.
Yes.
Yeah. So kuna to vitu, but
Welcome
we'll get
to the
to
club.
find out as we,
Thank you.
get into it a bit more. But
For me, I turned a year old as well. Woohoo! I'm loving it so far. Yeah, and then as well, my new job is going great. I got confirmed and I am loving it. And I started a second job, so right now I am multitasking. So yeah, that's been exciting, doing consulting for a different company and just being able to divide my time. That's hella exciting, and multiple streams of income is a good goal. We get the bag while we're young so that we can retire early and enjoy life.
for sure.
And then I moved out as well. Whew, my God, I love my
Welcome to the
place.
club. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, so for the people who will watch it on video, we are now recording at my space.
Manze,
And-
Beautiful
vlogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about actually moving out now that it's been three out of 4 now. Yeah, so we who are seated here before you are people who live on our own, out of our folks' houses.
We cook for ourselves. We don't buy takeout. We eat healthy food.
Speak for yourself.
Anyway.
Please.
Yeah.
Shawnees.
Yeah.
So we just want to talk about how we are navigating through living alone, especially in this Kenya Kwanza economy.
It's
Whoa, whoa,
horrible.
whoa, whoa.
So
I feel
bad,
like
so bad.
if I could start, I feel like I moved out at the worst time ever. Because I moved out in May, and this is when the taxes, the finance, everything was hiking.
That is
Yeah.
why she has 2 jobs.
I need 2 jobs to
manage
survive
it
this.
all.
Yeah, to manage it all, because he kimeturamba, kimeniramba, acha niseme,
Wrong timing.
wrong timing. Okay, so it was wrong timing. But yeah, it's been interesting living alone. I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm enjoying the solitude. I used to think I would not thrive staying alone because I like the company of others, but shock to me, I actually like being on my own.
Who are others? Who are these others? Tell us who are these others.
You.
When you are living together. Anyway.
So it's been interesting. How was moving out for you now that you're also closely recently?
Yeah, I think it's gotten to 3 months now. It was I needed to move because I got a job that was really far from home, and both places are those semi-urban places. What are they called? People call them more diasporas. It's those areas which are
Not leafy suburbs
or whatever. So where I stayed and where I worked was sort of leafy suburbs.
Yeah.
So the commute is always crazy, meaning whenever you get a matatu, you always have to get a bike if it's home where I was or if it was work. So it was too hectic for me. I just remember being like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
And then in the beginning of the year, it was one of the things where when I was praying, I was like, this year I want to be more responsible. And then with God, I had to move out. So I moved out mid-March. It's been nice, honestly. I think just solitude, if that's what you call it. I think one of the best things that has happened to me is I make my bed every morning. I used to be a mess. Sina wale tulikuwa tunakeleanga duvet juu ukiamka unafanya tu hivi. And then you go. So if someone was to walk into your room, they're like, the bed is like, no, it's in shambles. It's a lie. Like, it was such a big lie. Even just doing small things like washing the dishes, I detest. Let me tell you, if you know me, you know that. I detest washing dishes. But for some reason, because it's my house, I'm just like stuck in it. I have to wash, I have to clean. I've washed like with my hands, like nimechora saba nikafua. Like twice since I moved out. Which is, that had not happened for like 3 years. Like, where? Yeah, so it's exciting. It's exciting to see the type of woman I'm becoming, just staying in my own space.
Wife material. Wife material.
Kwenda.
How do you classify wife material?
What's the parameter?
I am looking for that piece of cloth where I can be able to cut this wife
material.
And I found it. Anyway.
My goodness. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you, how is it moving out? And how long?
He has been out the longest.
Yeah, you've been out the longest.
Almost 4 years now.
4 years. Right, it can't be 4 years. Ryan is lying.
Serious.
Producer, this guy is lying.
Yeah. Oh God.
Serious, almost 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be finishing 4 years. Actually, I'll be finishing 4 years this year.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
So I'm out here.
We're new to this.
No.
See, we are kids. We're like toddlers in this game.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the game.
We've not even gotten to winning stage.
No,
Welcome
sure.
to the game.
Bado tunakunywa maziwa.
Yeah, welcome to the game. But all I'll say is, it is fantastic. You did the right thing to move. It is fantastic. Because there's ultimate freedom. And with ultimate freedom comes great responsibility. But anyway, it teaches you a lot, as she said, doing dishes. Like, you don't want roaches running around at night. Like, you don't want such things. And doing dishes, it teaches you a good discipline, how to also manage yourself, manage your own environment.
Yeah.
The downside is, you might have, what do they call it? PTSD or OCD. Exactly. So now when it comes, now you're moving in with someone else, it becomes a challenge because you've built your own system of doing things.
Yeah.
Now you have to adjust with.
That's such a good point. I'm right on that point. Like, okay, for me, from like now moving out, and in the time that I've enjoyed my own space, I feel like I'll have a hard time adjusting to living with someone. Like, you know, you like your things done as a, like, even when you just have guests, and someone does something, you're like,
no comment. And then they look at you,
because even like me, bad no say. So you just think about it, like, do I really wanna like live with someone? This is the reason why other people get married and have 2 houses. Like they live in
Separate
spaces. Yeah. Because I'm just like, wait.
It happens.
Like, does it get better over time? Like, is it a thing that happens when now you're new to it and then now you kind of move into like you get used to the fact that people are different and people will kind of treat your space differently over the years you live alone, or that feeling just never goes away?
I think it goes away if you're willing to adjust and what is it called? Accommodate this other person. Point in case, I've built a habit. Every time I get in the house, I have to hang my clothes. If it's dirty clothes, laundry basket. Like I have to put my clothes in the closet. Like if it's my riding gear, what is it called? Sweater I was wearing, I have to put it back into the closet. If it's not dirty, man. If it's not dirty.
If is every day.
Yeah. No. Laundry. You have said laundry. Depending.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the situation. So, but that habit I've built. So when someone comes and just throws the jacket on the couch, I'm like,
Una do a lot.
yeah. Or enters with shoes. Nanile, like everywhere. No, leave it there. Women are now everywhere. Now I've remembered something. There's a time I visited her place. Now I was given not her place, like their parents' place. I used to go to the kitchen.
For those who are on audio, is
Lorraine's parents' place.
Yeah.
So I was wearing sandals. Every time I used to go to the kitchen, I used to remove the sandals outside the kitchen and then enter barefoot.
So it's so weird.
Exactly. So I didn't notice it until it was pointed out, because I'm so used. Like if I'm coming from outside, I leave the shoes at the door and then I enter. So going to their kitchen was like, I'm coming from outside, let me leave my shoes, like the sandals outside there, and then enter to the kitchen, which was so interesting. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things when you think about moving out is the thought process or like the preparation of moving out. So hata nilikuwa tuna iba kiasi, because I remember for me, I didn't have much time to think. Of course in my head, at a point last year, I had written, to move out, I need a TV. Like I had like this.
A couch, a fridge, a microwave.
Wow, the total was like 200 G's.
Never happens.
And the irony of things is when I was moving out, I didn't have any of these things. Like I barely had anything.
Yeah.
But I actually moved. So what was that thought process for you guys?
For me, mine was definitely like that. Me, I saw my best friend move out and I was like, this is the ghetto. Because the number of times she's like, no, we can't go to this place. Money is a bit constrained. I'm trying to buy, those house appliances and things like that. I'm just like, hey, need to move out. I think I need to have saved 500K. As in, for real, that was what she's doing. But I am not moving out until in bank I have 500K. I'm just like, so that I get, when I move out, I buy seats, I buy electronics, I buy my bed. And I always knew that I don't want to move out to a place that just looks heavy because I know I want to love my place. So I'm just like, I want to move out to a pretty place and things like that.
Yeah.
Shock on you.
Shock. But of course, I had more time because I really planned around it. So I used to buy things and keep them in my room and things like that. So kitchen stuff, and I knew where I'd get what. And then now being able to save around it. Of course, I didn't do the whole 500K thing because I don't think you can. And this is something that I was talking with my former boss and a friend of mine. And he was telling me you can't move out and to a complete house. Like you can't move out and have a complete house because some of the things you don't even know that you need them.
Yeah.
Like you can move out and you didn't realize you need like a bathroom mat till you're showering and like, oh yeah, I need a mat for here, you know. Or you move out and you're like, so like for example curtains, not all the minis look the same, so kupima meaning you have them made and all these things, so you can't move out and completely move into, unless you're moving into a furnished house, fully furnished house, and still then you need a few things, like things in the kitchen. You realize, I need a garlic crusher and things like that, so you can't really have it all at the same time.
For sure. Juguna?
All I'll say is basically what she has pointed out. So, funny fact, I only have 2, is it sufurias, or they call it pans, or what do they call it?
Hey, not your 4 years.
Imagine in all my 4 years, only 2 sufurias.
Hey.
And one lid,
I have at least 4.
And one
and
lid.
one pan.
One lid, like the lid.
The lid.
Yeah. So I share. I share.
Yes. So interesting.
Yeah. But
I have 4.
You have 4?
4
sufurias. So depending on what I'm cooking, and also this is also has helped me. So I cook, wash, then use it to do something else.
What is something else?
Like if I'm
like if you're cooking a 3-course meal, like a 3-part meal. So you cook, and then now for the third mini you have to wash it. So where do you have like a hot pot?
No.
Where do you put the food?
In the plate.
In a dish.
So interesting. But let me
Bachelor.
tell you, I didn't know. Okay, like I sort of always knew that I had expensive taste, but it hit when I was shopping for my house. Even to small things like utensils. Wow. Tell me why I spent almost 10 G's in petty things. And I'm like, hey, Kwani, what is it? And you see how kuna like kwa hiyo market back then there were cheaper options. There were things for a cup worth $100. Like, but you like what you like.
You like what you like.
When I was moving out, because me, I didn't have everything figured out and I needed to move. I just buffed up my kitchen, and then I got, what was it? I got pallets and my mattress and beddings, and that's it. And I moved. But hizo vitu zote zili cost pesa mingi. I don't even understand how they cost all that money just for such things. Anyway, it's so interesting. It's really, really interesting just to discover what you like and how much they cost and how good you had it when you were in your parents' house.
For sure. That's
thinking everything is just
falls from heaven.
You don't realize how many things you actually needed till you lack them.
Kwanza when you had your way, ulikuwa kwa nyumba, you always had this, unapika na sufuria yenye ni non-stick, so hata hausugui sufuria still wire.
Vunja kikombe.
Nataka kuimagine mtu akinivunjia sana.
Nilivunjiwa kikombe. With that nigga, by the way.
Nilivunjiwa
kikombe.
Nigga.
I felt bad.
I feel like you will buy me a whole new set.
I felt, because now they are 5 and they were 6. Like everything in my house is 6. Now that one is 5. I'm just like, what is this?
There OCD ulikuwa
No, like if I have 6 guests and they're taking tea and juice and lunch, one of them won't have a cup.
But if they're 7
and they look the same.
Okay, 6 is my capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, so guys, basically don't be afraid to move out. You don't have to have everything sorted. You don't have to have, as they were saying, 500,000 to be able to move out. You can move out with a mattress and one sufuria and one cup and one plate and a spoon and a fork and a knife.
Make it work.
Hi, what are the essentials of moving out? A bed?
Yeah. A mattress even, not even a bed, a
Do you
mattress.
know, I feel like sometimes you overthink. One of the things that you shouldn't rush into buying is kitchen stuff. Not even kitchenware. It's things like spices or like atio jam, nini. I remember when I was going to buy things, my first shopping, after that things, I spent 9K. Na ungeona vitu nilibeba because that makes sense. But nilinunua jam, short story, nilinunua jam na Blue Band na sijaizi tumia.
I see
Can I visit you?
And I moved out and I didn't buy the big size. I bought Zile Dogo because I was like, Like I think I sort of knew I wouldn't use.
Oh, but you don't like bread.
Yeah, I don't like
why
bread.
did you buy it?
Because sometimes I do. Unajua ile yenye you want
sometimes. That is the daily meal for a man. And eggs.
I really eat bread, by the way.
Bread and eggs.
I love bread. Okay, me I have it but I actually don't have jam. I bought Blue Band and Prestige.
Butter.
Okay, Prestige was given at the office, but then peanut butter as bought.
I wish I bought that during Ilikuramba.
Sasa mtu aliniletea juu alikuja kwangu alafu atia kulangi margarine spread, so I think
I am willing to receive gifts from you people and from you people. If you're giving gifts,
I can give you unga. Now the thing I've never used in my house,
Okay.
and I
Ugali.
never.
How did you buy you?
I
Of
don't
course
know.
you're not gonna eat ugali.
Ooh,
this
I
one.
don't know.
I don't
Mi
I don't
venye
even
nimekula
understand
ugali.
why. Maybe I bought it for guests. Like if my guests went ugali,
yeah.
I bought it so that if they went. But I don't even have a mwiko.
Akilore.
Unga without wiko. Unga without
It's crazy. Like just get essentials. You get a place to sleep. You don't even have to have a bed.
Exactly.
If it's a mattress, cool.
Yeah.
And let me plug you a good place to buy a mattress if you don't have enough monies.
Yeah.
If you're just starting out and you need a place where you can get affordable mattresses that you know you're not gonna stay with for so long, like
Yeah.
it's like a short-term solution, you can go to Kamkunji. I can't even say short-term because I went there and bought a mattress for what?
Okay.
Yeah, 5K.
It's good.
And by the time we had a love-hate relationship with that one, by the time I was letting it go, it felt like a new mattress.
Yeah.
Like it was cool. So nilikote like, okay, fine, later on or like in a few, I want to buy like good quality mattress. But you see, if you find a plug who can sell you things really affordable, I can just go to Kamkunji.
Or like look out for sales.
Oh, yeah.
For mine, I bought it at Dr. Mattress, and then mattresses are usually hella expensive.
Yeah.
But they had a sale when I was moving out, so I made sure to make use of that offer. I think also if you go to what's it called, Bob Mill has really nice.
Yeah, Bob Mills,
mattresses.
and they sell it to you at factory price.
Yeah. Especially like you can go to the warehouse and see that go down and see
Sure.
all the different
They have a
the
showroom also.
different ones, and you can even get a bed in terms of they can create for you a platform bed from different, so it's very affordable even as they are the big names and things like that, as long as it comes together as a package and then on deals where you can get the deals or the sales kind of targets times like that as well.
Yeah, depending on how your pocket looks like. But
And
if you're like
for
me,
curtains.
if you're like me, wachana Lorena Lena Bob Mill, Dr. Mattress. If you're like me, enda Kamkunji, nunua mattress yako for light, put it on the floor and sleep. I went to Kamkunji and Gikomba. That's where I did most of my shopping.
Gikomba actually has really good stuff.
I went to Kamkunji and Toy Market.
Yeah.
Toy Market also has really
Toy Market
nice
is
stuff.
cool. It's just like an upscale Gikomba. So like whatever you're buying in Toy Market, Joy, it's either thrice or twice the price in Gikomba.
Jamani, sawa.
It's true, babe. Ni kweli tu uko tu karibu na Kilimani, so they have to overdo.
But si unaenda Toy ndani, si Toy Adams.
Hata uko ndani inakuanga like I've bought a palazzo from uko ndani and I paid CG 800 but
No, but they have nice utensils at affordable
it's
prices.
nice, yes.
And when you're going to buy these things, don't dress as if
Oh,
you
you
have
bought your
money.
utensils of that toy?
No, just a few bowls.
Oh.
A few bowls. They had really nice and my vase.
The
That is why you're
orange.
charged 800. She worked as if she has money.
Yeah, well, go to these places look like you don't have money. Please go in leggings, go in
I am
like,
the queen of looking homeless. You
Look
can't tell me
homeless,
that.
Mazi. Look homeless, bargain as much as you can.
By the way, bargain.
Bargain as much
Good
as you
tip.
can.
Good tip I was taught is, and this is someone who's wealthy. Now, when I speak about wealthy. Now, they told me, whenever you go somewhere to buy something, bargain. Reason being, if they bring down the cost, that still means they're making a profit.
Yeah.
So, still bargain. As
Yeah.
in,
More.
if you have that mentality, it's not bad. I think African we're being taught it's bad. I don't know why.
That's how you stay rich, fam.
And that's
how you stay
wealthy.
rich.
Actually, interestingly, wealthy people, I think there's a difference between wealthy and being rich. So, being wealthy, you have to learn some tricks and also maintaining that wealth within the circle in your pockets. Like,
I think that's how,
Not just dishing
that's
out
how
money.
actually Indians and Muslims retain their wealth.
Yeah, they live in the same house.
They-
You are married. You're still living with your parents.
And then the bargain, but beyond bargaining is they keep the money in the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they'll promote people of their own, kind and
For
their
sure.
businesses and things like that. So the money is circulating within their circle. So you're promoting. So I think also promoting friends with businesses. Oh, my mom is a designer, so she did my floor pillows and my curtains, and I paid her. And she does my friends. She did my best friends for floor pillows and curtains and things
I
like that.
want
as well.
floor pillows too.
So it's keeping the money in the family as well.
Inside.
Yeah, we keep the money inside.
But I want circular ones.
Yeah. I think what else? What was another key learning?
To be honest, one important thing for me when I was moving was praying for my house.
Same.
That is very important.
Same.
That was
Even if it's a new or people have just
whatever
lived in
the
that house.
case. Just
Yeah.
I think it was very important for me to pray because this is essentially becoming my space.
Yeah.
So just controlling the type of energies I was going to allow
The ambience.
come in, and even just speaking blessing in terms of even when I don't have, how God was multiplying 2 fish
And this food.
and 5
That you never lack, actually. Yeah.
Bless ya.
how God was multiplying 2 fish and 5 loaves. Like I just wanted, to have it in
Never lack. And it's
hiyo two
protected.
stuff for sure.
I mean, you hear the stories of someone maybe was Chimarangapi when you move, so you're just like, no, please. The watchman watch in vain. So
Yeah.
let my house
Ultimately,
be.
God is the
protected.
biggest deal.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I think houses embodies like the way our body embodies our selves embodies our body. That is the same concept with a house. So if your inside is messed up or crazy, I'm just using an analogy. If your inside is messed up and you're living in a messed up, like you won't be comfortable. So search with the house. You enter a house and then it just has some weird vibe and you've not like prayed about it and for that house.
Yeah.
Some things I've had stories. Someone is living in a house. I don't know if it's the neighbor or what. You just hear things going on. Okay, let me use my example. People live in flats these days. Me, I don't live in a flat. But you hear things running in the ceiling and you're like, what's going on? And I'm like,
Panya.
yeah.
And
Who
you
sent
failed.
them? Who sent you? Who sent
Who
you?
sent you?
Who sent you? Rats? Rats? Who sent you? So
Yeah.
actually, prayer does play a huge role. Even cats. Like you live in a place and you just see a cat every day, every night.
Stray cats.
It's like living in coast. And then the cats are talking.
Oh my god.
Talking Tom. Anyway, that game didn't come from anywhere. They borrowed it from coast.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, but these things happen.
Yeah.
Happen. So yeah, it's important.
I
It's
think
important.
it's very important to pray for your house.
Yeah.
Any fears that you had or have?
Or just
about
committing that
living
journey.
alone, or like before you got into it and now, do you have any fears about living alone?
Yes, I have one fear. And I have one fear. I've had cases of, I don't know how, people do take insurance about fires, like fires, house fire insurance and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, my issue the fear is, because I've had instances, even people living in apartments, just a fire breaks out and you wonder, that's weird, or a canister, the gas canister just blows up because there's a fire. That is one. Fire is something that I'm usually like, God, don't let, because my documents are in that house, everything is in that house. I'm usually like, wow. So hope these things doesn't happen. So I think that is one of my greatest fires.
Yeah.
Fires, because a house carries everything, your documents, just everything. And I'm
Like your whole life. This is what you're told.
Yeah.
If your house catches fire, what are the 3 things you see?
me.
Your documents.
My documents,
Mentioned
actually.
it so many
These are my
times.
documents. I don't want to go to government offices. I need this. You going back to school, I want. It's just stressful.
Yeah.
Just stressful.
You?
One of the fears. Okay. Did I have any fears?
Okay, as you think about it, mine would be one day not being able to pay rent. My God, that thought scares the hell out of me. I'm just like, hey, imagine casual, I lose my jobs and I'm living in this nice house and then I don't know where my rent is coming from.
Yeah.
And I'm those people who pay my rent by the 30th of the month, like before, like I think our deadline is 5th. I don't know if it's 5th or 10th. Yeah, but that 30th and then ikwe mefika landlord anakuuliza, excuse me,
Where's your rent?
where's your rent?
Where do you start?
Where do you start? Because I can't even imagine starting to go. Not that I'm forbidden to go back to my parents' house, but I feel like I would feel like it's very retrogressive.
Yeah.
Like 10 steps forward, 15 steps back.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna ever stress about where I'm getting rent. I'd rather stress about where I'm getting my next meal.
Yeah.
Where I'm getting
Drink
rent.
water.
Yeah, hey, you drink wine, sleep.
Just sleep.
You go to the office, unadoya chakula ya watu wengine.
They have to test your food. Can I taste?
She's eating. Tasting ni kukula.
She has not eaten. Can I taste?
Wacha nikwambia utakosa kula. Nikipigia hapa Deb na crave pizza. Sawa babe, wacha niku.
That's interesting.
Ama unapiga tu simu unasema, niko bad.
Niko bad.
Fanya something.
But ukiambia mtu niko bad una nini, hauna rent. Jamani, rent ni over.
Rent ni
how
mingi.
much?
Exactly. That's interesting.
Rent is a
Now,
very big responsibility.
suppose the three of us were here and probably that scenario happens. Food you can be able to ask us and we'll be like, okay, yeah, we can chip in food. But would you ask for rent?
Not from you guys.
No,
But
that is very interesting.
I'd ask from Myra. I'd ask Myra for my rent. And I know she'd pay my rent.
Now,
I don't know if I'd ask you guys, but also
why?
because
Okay,
I know it's kind of also knowing people's financial situations and knowing what their capacity is.
and if you're comfortable, like,
So I don't want to have to changa it. I need
Yeah.
someone who can give me
One
the
time.
whole amount one time.
Okay.
Well, guy, you might have.
Get you.
The chicken career. No, it's because your priorities are different.
No. Myra, this is the other thing. Myra and Lorraine, I'm not speaking. This is something I've observed. Are people who have stayed together for quite a while and like not co-living, but living in the same environment. So probably her perception and her decision might have come from there. So it's cool.
Can you ask me for your rent?
Me, it's hard. Actually,
Would you ask Leroy your money for your rent?
yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
So it's just because I'm a female?
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay.
But this is the thing. Let me tell you. Now, since you've put it on the table, I'll be like, but it's hard. I don't know. But would you ask your friends? This is a question. Go and ask your friends and ask yourself. Would you ask your friends?
How many other friends
For
can I
rent.
say for? I can ask.
And
them
it's
for
not that
rent.
they can't, but would you
But I
ask
can
your
ask
friends?
you guys.
Me can't ask anyone for rent.
Maybe.
Something else.
Your brother, your sisters.
Rent.
But they how?
Where would you know? If you have completely no money, you don't know where money is
To
coming
be honest,
from.
if I lose my job, I'm going back home.
I'm
packing
I don't
up
know
my
if
house.
I'd go. I'd hustle.
But then that's a very interesting
Where I'll
question.
hustle.
Who is it that you're going to ask for? Food you can, people you can
Of
ask
course I know
for.
there are
I
people
actually
who
think
can pay my
ask,
rent.
I can ask my parents for my rent, but on loan basis.
Of course, it has to be loan.
But I feel like they'll tell me to go.
Come back.
Teseka sana.
Just come back. Just
We
come
have a
back.
house here
Hakuna
and you
hata
are struggling to
kufuta.
pay rent. Tulinunua nyumba Nairobi ndo watoto wetu waziteseke. Sasa unaniaibisha unatafuta rent kwa watu.
Unatafuta rent kwa watu na uko na nyumba huku.
Oh my goodness. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, but that's a good question. How many of your friends or who in your circle can you
actually
ask for rent and you know they'll come up and you know they got you?
Yeah.
Me for sure, I know if I asked, I would get, but I would not ask.
Even me.
For rent.
It's your ego.
It's not an ego thing. As in the least I should do is afford my rent.
Yeah.
Let me struggle with
Not
something
least.
else.
Food is least. But
Food is not least. I'll call you and tell you I don't have food. But rent.
even me.
But yeah, I feel like
Rent.
rent is the bare minimum. As long as you moved out, you should at least
Like just be able
afford
to
your
pay
rent.
that. Pay that, and then now the rest you can
But
ask
you know,
for
life
help.
is so
Life is
unpredictable.
Yeah, it has
Like,
I will start it.
Yeah.
Life has.
I don't think like people pray or wish on themselves
To
lose
not
their
be able
jobs
to
and not be able to
pay
lose
their own
jobs.
rent.
because not everyone has like, of course you can have your emergency funds, but imagine if you have emergency funds for like 3-6 months and in those 3-6 months you're still tamaking looking for another job
Imagine.
because of
happens.
these things. Like it's crazy when getting a job out here. So if in the 3 to 6 months you're still looking for a job, then what? Like
What
your
next?
what next? What happens? Or if an emergency event comes about and rent is not the highest thing on your priority, like maybe your significant other or maybe your family member or small sister brother is sick and you have to foot the bill, what happens?
Can you imagine
Right.
we actually get older together and then we get to a place where our rents are like 200 G's, 150 G's.
I need
And
my
then-
rent
Hey,
is that
dude,
amount.
dude.
Germany, I'd be building. Why would I live in a place
Yeah,
I'm
you
renting
can't.
for 200?
I'm
Even me, I wouldn't.
just saying, okay, it's not rent, it's something. And then your friend is struggling.
To pay like 15K,
Yeah.
imagine. That'd be so sad, but they'd have to open up and tell you. Because I don't think you'd know. It's funny, maybe not our generation only, but in with human beings, you can never truly know like what someone is going through until they open up. So they have to open up to you. But anyway, that was on us moving out and our thoughts and maybe a few tips here and there.
Yeah.
So thanks guys for tuning in. Welcome back to season 2.
Karibuni,
So
karibuni
what's up?
mazee. We are so excited.
We are highly, very, and entirely, absolutely excited to be back
Absolutely.
and engage with you guys.
Yup.
Adios.
Peace
Toodles.
out. Till next time.
Yeah.
Bye.